Where's she gone?
Welcome to Waifu Wawa. I'm Mark.
I'm there.
I'm Zach.
And we are about to react to episode 10 of the live action series of Cowboy Bebop, which very well may be the final episode, it looks like, called Supernova Symphony. And yeah, no, last episode seemed like kind of a finale to me, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do with this one, definitely.
Yeah. I don't know.
Would be a finale if not for the fact that they were covering past events, not.
Yeah. That's why I said last time it was more of a finale for wrapping up the backstories. It seemed like. But yeah, let's.
I definitely feel like they already mentioned before that to wrap up the anime. So I imagine let's see how they choose to do and what they choose to go about.
Yeah, man. Let's hop right into episode 10 then and see what they do with it.
A toast to my ascension
To the present.
as new head of the syndicate. You don't look happy, Julia. This is what you wanted, isn't it? To be free of the elders.
Vicious.
But don't worry. Everything went to plan. Just not the plan you and Mao came up with.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There is nothing in this world to believe in. Least of all people. Even the people who are supposed to love you.
I do love you.
Oh,
Damn!
Why? With the glass in his hand.
I do love you.
It was him, wasn't it? You found out Fearless is alive. That's why you betrayed me, isn't it?
Because you are no man at all.
Gee. Like, where's the other wine glass?
I am gonna hurt you.
I knew it.
What?
I'm gonna hurt you once I go get another wine glass.
Do you love me? What do you think of me? Make an assessment.
So, you won't be alone. You'll have Fearless's head to keep you company.
I can't not see old Greg's face on him now.
Oh, I can't. Oh, you've ruined it for me.
Alright, this is still post that. Those beads dropped on him again.
Spike!
Hit me with those beads.
They did his bandages exactly like in the end.
Yeah. Just missing his wrapped. His entire face being wrapped.
Yeah.
Is this just hair just sticking out?
Rough night?
She's still alive.
About the usual these days. Truth is, I've been involved since the night they tried to kill you. And this is not from getting old.
What was it? I must have missed something.
What?
Remember her leg was stabbed from Vicious?
Oh.
She
alright.
she told Vicious where they were gonna meet up at, where they were going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was talking about the cane thing. I was like, what?
Yeah, because
she ran his sword right through her leg.
Yeah, I forgot.
You were coming after me. You can't blame yourself.
I signed your death warrant that night. Yours and Julius.
If Vicious put a sword through your leg, the best of us would have broken. Hey, I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna kill him.
Then you're gonna need this.
Don't move!
Put the gun down.
I said drop it! Now!
Same goes for you, Lovelace.
Hey. Nobody needs to be pointing any weapons right now. Okay. Hey, easy.
Where did they get those?
So, Faye, come on.
Where did they pull those from?
What the hell? We thought you were dead.
Dude, that
Well,
dude, a trigger
we know
man, and all of a sudden they're just.
Jet,
we know where Gren pulled his from.
Well, Anna had hers, and I just didn't see what Brandon pulled theirs from. I just didn't see it.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Jet just secretly always has his. When you can't see it, it's a jutsu that he's using.
Hey, whatever
The
happened?
jutsu. Gun seal jutsu.
Yeah.
killed him.
Oh, nice.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh,
Jet.
oh shit.
They took her.
Who?
Kimmy! Goddamn syndicate
Oh.
kidnapped her from Europa. Took her right out of school. They want to exchange her for him. Except they didn't call him Spike. They called you Fearless. Goddamn. You're a syndicate hitman.
They've been trying to kill me ever since they found out I'm still alive.
I'm gonna save them the trouble and kill you myself.
You could. Yeah. You'd be right to. But you need me. To barter for Kimmy's life. You don't hand me over to Vicious. He's gonna kill her. Listen, we can end around the guards if we manage.
Jet! What are you doing?
Damn. Oh shit. He threw him in the truck.
Oh.
You can't turn him in.
Don't kid yourself. This is happening.
You know we can get her back if we work together.
You think I'm gonna risk my daughter's life on the word of Spike Spiegel or Fearless or whatever the hell his name is?
You can't.
I will.
I won't.
Yeah, man, treating him like a stranger
He
now.
might be a dick, but he risked his life for mine. Risked his life for yours. Many times over, I'm sure of it.
He knew the rules. No lies. He could have come clean with me. He could have walked away from me. He could have done a million things he didn't. What did he do? He put my daughter's life in a killer's hands. By my math, the slate is clean. It's his life for Kimmy's. That's the play.
Well, that fucked up math doesn't add up. I won't carry that weight.
She's
Shit.
gonna go off and do her own backstory now.
Evening, officer. It's gonna be okay, honey. I'm here. Everything
Bitches,
should
can you
be
be any
okay.
more of a fucking creep?
Do you have
Yeah.
He's in the trunk. He didn't exactly come willingly. He's not there. You've got enough guys here to show me the error of my ways.
Okay, this is interesting. That's gnarly. He's not actually there.
Oh.
No.
None of them are.
Damn, you got played.
The hell?
That was weird.
Mean. Arr.
Here we are in the church.
Oh, good, you're up. Getting worried you were gonna sleep through my execution.
I wouldn't want to miss that.
We've seen worse.
Have we?
When angels are forced out of heaven, they become devils. You agree, don't you? Spike, stop me when I'm wrong. Spike is a liar, a betrayer. He cares only about himself, and death follows him wherever he goes. Sound like an angel to you?
I just want my daughter.
I gave you a space in my family's crypt. Did you know that? I used to come down here after you betrayed me to mourn what I'd lost,
Yo, that's some psycho shit.
to mourn you.
That's that's a.
When I found that,
You will lay next to Mummy.
It's obsessive.
For sure.
you should have just died that night. Or you should have killed yourself for what you did. Look at me. You were supposed to be my brother.
They're putting a lot of emphasis with this.
You were
Yeah.
supposed to love me. It was supposed to end you.
I will not make that mistake again.
Kimmy! I got you, baby. I got you.
I'm scared.
I know, baby, I know.
This is where you die for the last time. You're gonna watch your partner and his brat die first.
Look at me. Look at me. It's gonna be okay.
And I knew it. This is what I thought was gonna happen.
What, phase shift?
That's what I'm
There
assuming
she
it
is.
is, yeah. They're playing the gypsy music.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You imagine being the one dickhead that falls out. I'm still alive.
I killed all three of them at once.
I still matter. Like, shut the fuck up. Just be quiet until they leave. Like,
Yeah, honestly, the ego.
I'll see you around, Valentine.
Happy Faye Valentine's Day, guys.
Yeah, happy Faye Valentine's Day, everybody.
Are we recording this? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Knife gunfight.
Not the showdown music.
Not the showdown music. One man wields a katana, the other pieces of broken chair.
It's a fair fight. Yo, it's like a baton
That happened
now.
to be, yeah, it happened to be perfect.
it just
in the
happened to be-
shape of a
Perfect.
I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, perfect shape.
Oh shit. I only brought
It's
one
empty.
bullet. Yep.
There she is.
What? Julio came out of nowhere.
Oh, just in time.
Now I'm mad because I'm coming to the realization that she could have done that whenever she wanted.
How long is she there?
No, I just mean in general. Like, she's always around him with guns everywhere and shit. Like,
Oh.
All that's in the way of controlling the syndicate is him. Finish the jackal. Carry his head on a pike to the temple.
what?
What?
Oh man.
That life, I told you. I don't want it anymore.
What about what I want?
Julia,
I am done being scared.
this isn't you.
You made me who I am.
Another alternate reality.
Use him to fend for
No, she decided that because the car flipped over a couple times. So she got brain damage.
Oh what? Yeah, I was gonna say, you get a couple screws loose or what?
Yeah.
You are nothing more than a dream I needed to wake up from.
Cancelled. Right there. That's the fucking moment, right? They need to fucking meme that shit. And it's canceled right when she
Copyrighted.
We're gonna meme that shit. That's gonna be a meme,
like,
definitely.
okay. So how many twists and turns and differences can they do? Understand. Julia?
I was thinking it, and you said it, and yeah.
You're okay, good. I'm glad I wasn't the only one thinking.
No.
I know you're going through a lot of shit right now, but I have a chance to find out who I am.
You should do that. You need to do that.
And season 2.
Say.
You're an elder now, and no one is allowed to see the elders. As your wife, I'll be speaking on your behalf. So really, I don't think we need you at all.
And why'd you tie him up and bring him here and
Yo,
wake up?
this is just like in Bleach, bro. This is like the same thing. Have you guys seen Bleach at all?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen. I got a lot of the way into the first saga or season of it, but
Talking about anime, not the adaptation.
Yeah, the anime. How
Oh.
oh, that's cold.
No.
hey,
That's
Didn't even kill
cold.
him.
hey, it happened to her. That's just payback right there. But
It's
yeah,
even better than him just dying.
that's just like in Bleach when I forget the guy's name, but the one guy, he's like directly goes to all the elders in the Soul Society, but he ends up killing them all, and he's just like telling everybody that these orders are coming from the council, but they're really all dead.
I knew you survived.
Yeah, cool.
That's what cockroaches do. If I ever see you again,
He turned Jet into a smoker now.
kill you.
Oh shit.
And then their relationship on a sour note.
Can I get the swordfish though?
Yeah, don't just leave me without my whip.
Can I get my swordfish?
Saucy.
How much blood he lost, dude?
Yeah, that's the proper response.
That's about right. That's about right.
Yes, it is. Cancelled.
Get the fuck out. Stop. Cancelled. Cancelled.
Yeah.
Stupid hobbitses.
Stupid hobbitses. Stupid hobbitses. Oh man,
No.
that's about what I expected out of live action, Ed.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it. I just think that's about it. That's as good as you can get with a character like that. I really do.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. So was she not being Ed though?
No, she was. It's just
So
Yeah.
it's
To the
that's
same
what I'm saying, like,
mannerisms.
it's not a character that works outside of I don't know the anime without being really fucking cringy.
either that or you have to be like one of the best actors alive, and whoever
What's
that.
up with the teeth? Lower up the buck teeth, yo.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just really. Maybe that's really your teeth.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, the goggles were bad. They're bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
goggles are bad.
the hair was bad.
Man.
That aside,
Oh,
though, good ending. Good ending. I wish they would have built up Crazy Julia a little bit more.
Yeah, instead of last like 5-10 minutes. I don't know, I don't really care for it.
I didn't like that. I liked everything. Well, not everything. I liked most things in this episode up until the point where she shot him out the fucking window. And then I was like,
Which doesn't, it's not the actual end of the anime because that happened in like episode like that was Jupiter Jazz or no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't Jupiter Jazz. It was happening like it was in the first couple dozen episodes where Vicious and Spike met up at the church. It was just those two though, and they fought, and he had the same thing where he got blown out outside of the church, but that wasn't the ending of the anime. So technically, they really didn't. It was just only like halfway through the first season of the anime.
Yeah, true.
If I'm, you know what I mean? But they also had the ending of the characters. Plus, they just mixed a lot of points there. I don't know, man.
I just don't think it made sense for. Not only did I not like the direction that they kind of took her character, I don't like the fact that, wow, the car flipped over a couple times and she walked out, and now all of a sudden she's exactly like Vicious. And
well, that too, and it's like, where's the entire series? Like, I understand the twist that they done. Like, I think this is an example of they done a lot of like their own liberties and a lot of twists, which is played out and we enjoyed. But this did not. I felt like this did not hit it because the entire show she was being played up as a survivor. Yeah, right.
Exactly.
She was like a survivor. She was in it.
At no point during this whole series did they at no point during this entire fucking series did they show her interested in being in charge of the syndicate. At no point.
No.
Absolutely no point. They showed they portrayed her as wanting to get away the entire time up until this episode. That's an incredible injustice to.
It wasn't even just the last episode. It was the last 5-10 minutes of the episode.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
It wasn't even like, it was like.
And I think, all right, so this is probably me reaching.
You literally just said you didn't know what love was until you met Fearless. And a walk from
I was thinking that too.
To the church, her entire fucking character changed.
Exactly.
The whole thing.
Exactly. And thinking about it, here's what I think they were trying to allude to.
Bad writing.
Here's what I think they were trying to allude to. And this could be a reach, but you know, this show reaches a lot, so what I think they were trying to do was remember how Vicious was like, you're supposed to be my brother, you're supposed to love me, right? And all this shit, and then they go through that whole thing, and then they think he's dead, and now Julia's like going through a similar thing, plus they're alluding to the fact that death follows you wherever you go, and the whole thing with the love being passed over, you know, the love dying completely between them, and then Julia feeling the same way that Vicious did. So she kind of becomes death in the way that Vicious was, is what I think they were trying to do, but they pulled it off fucking horribly. So
no, I think somebody sparked the idea in the writing room, and the writing room liked the idea, but they had already made 7 or 8 episodes of the fucking series already, and they just decided to throw the fuck in there. I think it's just simple.
I think that's very strong.
I've learned to not give writers as much credit as I've wanted to in the past, because like
I mean, that's not giving them credit. That's me.
So fucking often.
That's not me giving them credit. That's me saying that they are reaching very hard for something.
I thought that they actually like thought in depth of something, but just pulled it off badly. I just don't think they gave this enough thought whatsoever.
And who knows?
That aside,
who knows?
I liked the kidnapping of Jet's daughter. Brought some very real new stakes into the situation.
Mm-hmm. I did like that.
Involved.
Changed things up, brought a new, fresh feel to the conclusion.
Yeah.
Halfway point. This was supposed to be their halfway point.
Yeah, supposedly the halfway point. Once again, make one thing. Make one fucking thing. I'm not saying you had to finish Cowboy Bebop in 10 fucking episodes, but like it's focus. Focus.
Got very ballsy thinking they were gonna make this one season and hoping and expecting like, oh yeah, we're gonna get a second one and finish the story, because obviously they had to think about that with the ending because they didn't finish it. They didn't have their own ending. They didn't
Yeah.
finish the anime. They didn't have the anime ending at the end. They left it up there. It's like everyone
If you
separates, and then the second
if you
season's going to
would
spend the first couple episodes doing their own thing, and then finally come back together and then having a conclusion. Hopefully, they were expecting that in season 2.
if you
But
wanted to allude to anything for a second season, why not just allude to Fearless's? Why not end the season on Fearless's identity being revealed to Jet and the crew, and then now we enter this season of the syndicate involvement. Whereas these first 10 episodes just could have been like the first 10 episodes of the fucking anime.
yeah,
Very
but
episodic,
longer.
character world building
They're 45-minute
episodes.
anime
I
episodes.
I
Yeah.
know, and it didn't even matter for them.
It didn't, like I said, there's like good amount of time in each episode where it's almost like filler. Like this is a lot of,
Yeah.
like extended filler. It's like if they would have actually done what I thought they were going to do and actually do the entire anime in episodes of 45 minutes each, and maybe they would have hyped up the second season as like, okay, this is going to be our original, which I thought I've read and what I've heard, I thought they were going to do. But it's like they left it on a cliffhanger, and they were almost expecting to be like, oh, well, we didn't finish the story, so it's the rights to a second season, which obviously didn't happen.
Sounds about right. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of this finale.
No, I don't care for it either.
If I'm gonna rate this here out of 10, just from the sheer disappointment of the ending for me. I'm gonna go with a 5 out of 10. Just out of sheer disappointment, and yeah.
I'm going to do the opposite of Mark. I'm going to take the things I hated for sure out of the episode completely and just rate what I did enjoy. What I did enjoy out of it was good. I liked the delivering of Spike scene very much. I thought the split screen direction was very good. But yeah, overall, even with taking out what I hate, I'm not super thrilled with this finale. I gave it a 6. It's just very
Yeah, I try to just take things for what they are and enjoy them for face value, but unfortunately, as it is, it's the bad things that also are put into the show, which I have to put into consideration. I wish I could just focus on the good, but I think I'd give it, I give it a 5.5. Yeah, I'll be right around there. It could be a 5 or a 6, right around that. Like,
sounds
exactly
like,
what that
sounds like we're all in agreement on that.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah. One actually, like, I don't know, Denton, did you actually like the Julia thing, or I think you went off on a little bit, but I
like the idea. I like the idea of it being Julia the one that does that to Fearless, and but again, man, it's like you didn't write that, man. It came out of nowhere.
What they could have done
out of nowhere.
They could have had Vicious run the Syndicate in second season and end the show on that. It's almost like what they did, like the ending with Vicious and Julia. That should have been like the ending of like the show, or either, you know what I mean. And now it's going to be like what the entire second season they were expecting like Vicious to be a slave the entire time, or I don't know. I just feel like
I imagine it would get very. It would revolve around Julia running
everything,
and also trying to keep it secret that she's keeping him hostage. So
how long can you do that? I don't know. That's what I mean.
But you gotta think they have to split up that episode. That season would be following 2 to 34 of the 5, 6 different individual people.
Right, but
so you'd probably not see every episode.
You're right, because like they did in the first early episodes, he spent like 5 or 10 minutes on just that stuff, and they were able to hold it over for 10 episodes until the final 2 or 3. Yeah. So yeah, you got a point. Like they could have easily do a little 5-10 minutes of Julia torturing Vicious for 6 or 7 episodes until they wanted to tie all the characters in from the Bebop back in and be like, "Hey guys, let's do one final hooray and beat Julia and save Vicious." Wait, what?
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop.
It's a little turned. It's a little backwards, but yeah, Hey, but that's
it's Cowboy
Bebop. Definitely wouldn't see it going that route. I don't know.
Not a fan of it.
No, I'm just joking. But that's how they spun it around to make it perceived as such. You know.
Yeah, not a good idea to. It seemed like they just had the episode it seems like they had the idea on the set of directing this episode. Let's have Julia go crazy, and
director stepped in, was like, "Wait a second here, I'm gonna put my own little twist in this here."
I think it'd be more producer.
Creative mind probably came in. Yeah,
he just
executive
runs
producer
over,
came in. Like, wait.
He runs over, takes the gun out of Vicious's hand, and puts it in Julie's. He's like, "There we go. Now do it."
There we go. That's better. That's better. Yeah, it just if she would have just showed up to kill Vicious and okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
and then decide I don't be with you either, Fearless, because he does have a kind of point, and then just have them go their separate ways. That would have been an infinitely better fucking situation than her decide, no, I want to run the syndicate now.
That was random as fuck.
Yeah,
it's incredibly fucking random. Like I said, man, it's up until the fucking car wreck, it was the opposite of her goals.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, we don't have enough plot points for a second season yet." Oh.
I mean, almost scene or two. One scene or two in this episode to portray Julia's change of thought on that walk from the car ride might have helped a little bit, but
yeah, maybe a come to or realization, and she would have had moments if she realized oh yeah, death's associated with Fearless, and she would have had those that trauma moment.
I don't know,
or something, but it was just I don't know.
Yeah.
Or instead of that conversation in the car with that lady being about being in love with Fearless and not being in love with Vicious, instead of being about I'm tired of being a victim and afraid all of the time, and you've got to you take that power from him. He's the only one left, and you're really close to him, and many better ways, and we've thought about probably 17 of them in 5 minutes. Give us a fucking paycheck, Netflix. Give us a fucking paycheck. We'll do it better.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely tell you what not to do.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what not to do.
Yeah. Put my Captain Hindsight pants on.
Yeah, it's use us for screening. Fuck. That was honestly not a good idea.
I honestly thought that Vicious was gonna kill Julia and Fearless was gonna kill Spike, was gonna kill Vicious because of it, other than on top of already their complexities and relationship as it is.
Yeah.
But because of Julia's character, now that the show's over with, died in the anime when she tried running away with Spike. Well, I just, yeah.
I feel that.
It's all the character. Well, that's why I feel like it's a halfway point, because it's not the end of the anime. Because all the characters, all those people that died at the end of the anime, or Anne at the bar, she died, she's still alive. That's why it's almost the middle. They made they didn't even cover it.
And that was definitely on purpose.
They did a halfway point.
That was definitely on purpose. So, and it being canceled, we'll probably never know. And honestly,
not unless it's picked up on Peacock or Amazon Prime.
It could be, but with that ending, they can let that die for all I care. To be honest with you. So,
yeah, really.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to sit through 10 episodes of a season 2 of that. In my opinion, I just could. I wouldn't. My opinion.
I'll sit through 30 episodes.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm saying that I probably wouldn't enjoy it.
It's not something I'm going to be requesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not. After finishing the
Or
first
send an
season, I'm like,
email to
yeah,
Netflix or anything.
it can stay. You know, it can stay canceled.
Yeah.
With all of that being said, this is the finale. So, do we want to give a total series rating overall?
I actually do have my total series rating, actually.
All right. Let's hear it. Let's hear Zach.
That's everyone else. Okay. My total, which would be a rating out of 1 to 10, like we've been doing, I'll have a conclusion wrapped up, and probably, this is my math of what I feel about it. I give it a 6 out of 10. No, I wouldn't give it anything less than that. Anything less than that would give it like a poor, this poor, and it's like I said before, the actors, the actresses throughout and all the little minor characters they put in and extras and stuff like that, and I think they do a pretty good job with that, production wise, filming wise. All that does is great, but like I've said before, there's just certain liberties that they take in that's just, I don't think it really plays out that well compared to how it was portrayed. And not even that, it's just comparing it 1 to 1 with the anime. I think it's, even if it's standalone, no, it's just didn't, there was nothing really, it just wasn't that well written, even just comparing by itself. That's why I think like the viewership for it just fell off, because if people actually liked it, there would have been gaining enough traction, been gaining enough new people who weren't like watch the anime but wanted to watch on its own and maybe watch the anime afterwards, but it didn't have that merit. If it did, then it would have been able to pick up enough traction and stay in the top 10 long enough,
No,
but
and I'm not gonna
I think it was fair.
Yeah, when I first heard it was canceled, I thought people, before I saw it, I was like, oh, here we go again. People are just being how they are. But I see what they were saying now. But
yeah.
But what about you, Denton? Your overall rating?
Well, overall, I gotta say, I mean, set work, design, and direction, all I gotta give that a 9 or a 10 out of 10. I mean, that's all stellar, right on. The costume work, I guess it's set design, good fight choreography, all very good. Acting, I give a little bit of less, maybe like an 8 out of 10. Most of the actors all do a very good job. Uh, Writing, we know the writing. Writing's been very poor. I don't know who they thought this series was for, but it's just like it feels like it's made for a dumbed down audience when I look at it in a big picture.
Yeah.
Well, it's like this generation's used to the Disney humor, so let's constantly include that Disney humor throughout the show. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't ever a fucking element in the anime, and so why? You can do what you could have done, whatever you wanted to do with this series if you just kept the core dynamic between the three main characters the same.
Yeah.
You just made their relationships the same with each other and with the world around them. You could have done whatever the fuck you wanted to do with this series.
Yeah.
Because that's what generates the series, are those three broken people that put each other back together. And that's what this series is about. We'll attempt to put each other back together, but are not quite able to in time. Which generates the very bittersweet ending of what the anime of Cowboy Bebop was.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
Overall, I give the series a 7 out of 10. I would recommend it to people who have seen Cowboy Bebop. I would not recommend it to people who have not seen Cowboy Bebop. I would just recommend Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
I think Cowboy Bebop is more grounded and mature and watchable than this adaptation has been.
Sure.
I feel like if I was going to show my dad one of the two, I would show him the anime over this series. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see what they could have done with the second season, but again, I'm not losing my mind that they're not making one anymore. But Yeah, 7 out of 10. That's what I give it. Mark, what do you got?
Well, for me, I'm going to actually. I talked before about I'm going to be using a new rating system for the actual anime when we go forward, and I'm going to actually start using my new rating system to give the rating overall for the series. And the rating system that I'm doing, instead of just rating based on episode, I am going to rate each episode of everything based on would I watch this over anything else that I would watch, no matter what it is. And that leads me to give this a 6.5. And the reason it's not a flat ass 5 is because I really enjoyed the music and a lot of the sets
Gore
in this anime, and there was some okay acting for a lot of them. A lot of the actors, I'm not even gonna lie, some shit I didn't like. Some of the actors took cringy parts and made them even worse, and you know that was here and there. It wasn't like the whole time, but it was enough for me to notice, and I didn't like it. But yeah, didn't like the ending too much. I did like a lot of stuff about it, so it definitely wouldn't go under a 5. But being a 6.5, there is things I would watch this over, but not very many things. So, and that's where I'm gonna leave that. Does anybody have anything else to add about it?
I think we pretty much shared. Well,
yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have one more question to ask the group,
Yes.
as well as anybody watching at home or wherever you may be. How do we feel about Netflix adapting any more anime in the future?
I feel.
I'll start.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
we're gonna do it.
If
Like
they're
we
gonna
had this
fucking
conversation
learn-
before about cash grab.
if you're
Adaptation.
gonna learn, and I'm gonna tell you right now, from Death Note to where we are now, they've definitely made some improvement.
Oh yeah. Well, they're not trying to crush it into an 1.5-hour movie like we talked about before. Also, you know, they're definitely trying to give it some time to develop that story. Yeah.
I wouldn't hate to see more.
What they
but anime is hard to adapt. We've had this conversation.
What they should do is watch Rurouni Kenshin and then try to do that every time, in my opinion, if they want to do adaptations, because that was probably my favorite live action anime adaptation that I've seen so far.
There's a few talks about ones that they're doing next. I went through and looked through the rumor mill on Reddit. One Piece is on the block.
Man. You see Luffy being real life? I don't know, man.
The same production company would be doing it. Tomorrow Studios.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I did see that. Yu Yu Hakusho is still being discussed back there. I guess they've got a lot of casting done so far, and there's even I think there's photos of in costume.
I think the last word was they had to recast a few. They lost some actors or something. Is what I thought I heard.
But they're I don't know, man. Yu Yu Hakusho's a wild one to adapt, man. That's a wild one to adapt. It's my favorite of all time. It's a cult classic. So you're gonna receive a lot of hate regardless of what you do from it. There it is. But Trigun was another one.
Oh,
I saw that they're looking at.
That would actually be a really good one to do.
That's a really good one to do. It'd be a very good one for them.
It already has that kind of humor, so they can't really fuck it up with that.
No, they can't because that's already there. They don't have to force it every 5 minutes. Yeah.
Which brings me to the last one that I think they would do some justice with, and that is Space Dandy.
Still haven't seen Space Dandy.
I haven't seen
Space
Dandy. It's very good. it's
Cowboy
Bebop,
maybe we'll
but
do that.
much campy.
I heard it was
funnier.
Cowboy Bebop mixed with Lupin the Third, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. A little bit of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's good. It's an interesting series.
13 episodes, and season 2 is 13 episodes. Maybe we should alternate that with Attack on Titan, if everyone else is on board with that. If not, then we can figure something else.
That's up to them.
But we can
you've
leave that for
already
discussion.
seen that, haven't you?
I'm not opposed to watching it through again.
All right.
It's been years, so I think I've watched it since it was on Adult Swim.
We'll talk about it. We still got that Attack on Titan to do.
Yes.
And but yeah, this video is running kind of long though, so we're gonna wrap it up though. But yep, this has been the season finale of season 1 live adaptation Cowboy Bebop. We're Waifu Wawa.
Yep.
And we're out.
Thanks, guys. Stick it around, guys.
Where's she gone?